Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to demonstrate how to tie the Palomar knot. Now I've done these like how to tie knot videos several different times, and I am trying a different camera setup. I'm going to use my I call it 550 cord. In the military we call it 550 cord. You might have better luck asking for it if you go to the store and ask for parachute cord. They sell it at Home Depot. I love this stuff. It comes in super handy for a lot of different things. For example, making YouTube videos on how to tie a Palomar knot. I'm gonna show you how to tie the Palomar knot, and then I'm gonna talk about some pros and cons about it. Okay, so here's what I do. I just dropped my parachute cord. Hold on a second. Remember, this is amateur hour, YouTube amateur hour going on right now. Okay, so for some reason, when I tie the Palomar knot, I always want my main line in my right hand. Pretend this is a hook. You go through like so, okay, pretty simple so far. Go back through your hook, okay? So now you have a situation that looks like this, okay? Then you just fold the line over, tie a granny knot to make sure your hook is in the bottom of this loop right here. You go, sorry, I'm talking and trying to do this at the same time, which is hard for me. You go through, so now you just kind of tied a granny knot with that loop. And now what you do is you take the thing that you're trying to tie on and put it through that loop, okay? So now you have something that looks like this. And the con about using paracord to try to show how to tie these knots is that it doesn't quite act like your fishing line, but the pro is that you can actually see what I'm doing here. Okay, so now you have this situation, and now just cinch it down, pull the tag end, pull your main line, and I'm not going to yank on it because I don't want to have to keep cutting and wasting my paracord. So that's it. That's the Palomar knot. I didn't use this knot for the longest time, and I was like, I saw a lot of people on the boats using it, so I'm going to learn how to use it. And it's great for several things, which brings me to my next portion of how to tie the Palomar knot. Obviously, cut your tagline off. Again, I'm not going to keep doing that to save my line. What is the Palomar good for? It's quick. You just saw me tie it in almost no time at all, and I was even just talking about it and walking through, so I did it a little bit slower. This is a great knot when you're fly lining on patties. Why? Because you're probably using 20, 25, 30, 40 pound line, and I just find that this line works great for a line up to 30 to 40 pound. So that's why I like this knot. What I don't like about this knot, or what this knot is really not used for, is large jigs. So you can see when I put that, in this case, this chain link back through that loop, if you have like a large jig, 350, 400, even smaller than that grams, you're gonna have a hard time kind of getting it through that loop. I don't use it for heavy line. Maybe you do, but again, you came to my channel, so you're wondering how I do it. I can't tell you what you do, but I don't use this knot for a heavy line, and it's obviously not a line-to-line connection. This knot is used for some sort of terminal connection. Essentially, I'm really only using it for, I'll use it for on my Carolina rigs. When you're tying the swivel on the Carolina rig, and I'll use it almost exclusively for like smaller and light line. So when I'm in the surf, I mean, I'm going down all the way to 4 pounds. So, I have to tie knots for a line that works from 4 pounds all the way up to 100 pounds. I have a whole thing of fishing poles right here, and that's basically the span of line that I use. And I don't crimp because remember, I'm just an amateur, but they say that, 100-pound and more, you're going to start crimping anyway. So that's the Palomar knot. I'm going to tie it one more time just so you can see. So let's just untie it. Untying, untying, untying. I just lost my overhead light. Oh, there we go. That's the garage door. Okay, so here we're going to do it again. Again, for some reason, I don't know why, but I always have my main line on my right side when I'm tying this knot. Through, back through. I have a situation that looks like this, right? I make my granny knot. I go like this. Now I have my loop in which I'm going to put through whatever I'm tying on. In this case, it's a chain link. Put that through, and then, when you have a situation like this, you start cinching stuff down. What I do is I'll pull on the main line and see what starts to tighten up. I'll pull on the tag end, see what starts to tighten up. But that's kind of the only thing about the Palomar knot that might be considered a challenge is you get this other bigger loop that you kind of got to get out. Get that cinched up. And again, I'm not going to cinch this up because I don't want to keep having to cut and buy new paracord, but that's it. That simple, okay? Now, let's do one more thing. I'm gonna tie it. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, and I'm just gonna tie it so you can see how quick it can be. So let's untie it. Okay, ready? And I'm not gonna try to set a world record here. I'm just gonna kind of tie it casually how I normally would. Okay, here we go. Okay, I've kind of screwed up this other loop, but again, that's how you do it, and you just have to, there we go. You just kind of have to get it, get those loops out. Again, the paracord doesn't quite cinch down like the fishing line would anyway, and it kind of screwed me up there for a second. But even with that little screw up, how long did that take me? Not very long. And now I'm back in the fight. I'm back on the patty. Remember, kill something, drag it back to the cave, and eat it. See ya.